A New Skyline, written by Susan Lenos. Introduction. What could Paris be without the Eiffel Tower or Dubai without the Burj Khalifa Tower? Famous structures such as these, along with surrounding buildings, create an outline against the sky called a skyline. Skyline indefinite places, and so that your fingerprints identify you. Unlike fingerprints, however, skyline don't stay the same forever. They change. Manhattan in New York City is an example of a place whose skyline is seen both slow and rapid change. In recent years, New York's skyline has changed dramatically. Building and structure have risen, fallen, and risen again. Growing the Big Apple. The new city was first settled in the 17th century. During the 19th century, its population exploded. The end of the Civil War brought formerly enslaved people north in search of work. Immigrants from Ireland, Poland, and Italy came later. Many of them make New York City, Manhattan Island their home. By the late 1800s, New York was the most densely populated city in the country. By 1925, it was the most densely populated city in the world. People needed places to live, work, and shop. The city grew northward as more stores, factories, and homes were built. However, Manhattan Island is only about 23 square miles, 59.6 square miles in area. Soon there was nowhere left to build. The only place to grow up was up. To do that, different building methods had to be used. All methods had a way used was to support building weight. The wall on the ground floor had to be strong enough to support on the floor and roof above them. The requirements limited a building height. There was no practical way to make walls thick and strong enough to support a building with many dark floors. A new method involved using a steel frame instead of wall to support the structure, whose steel beams were connected to form the building's skeleton. Then the wall were hung from the beams and attacked the bottom of the floor. The wall of the building upper floor did not weigh heavily on the lower floor walls. The steel frame beam held them up. Steel frame construction make it possible to building to reach new heights. By the turn of the 20th century, New York City was home to many whole structures called skyscrapers. Soon skyscrapers were going one after another builder and architects competed to make the world's tallest building. Building skyscraper in 1925. In 1928, the builder of the 77-story Chrysler Building wanted to make it the world's tallest. The builder attached a tall spire onto the top of the structure. In 1930, the Chrysler Building became the world's tallest structure. It also became the only building to stand taller than 1,000 feet, 305 meters. The Chrysler Building begin could not last. Just block away, a giant was rising. The Empire State Building was soon the world's tallest and would also become a famous New York City landmark. Workers began construction on the Empire State Building in January 1930. More than 3,000 workers finished construction. Just 410 days later, the steel and granite building had 103 floors and stood over 1,400 feet, 427 meters tall. The building had 64 working elevators. It took less than 1 minute to get the 80th floor. People could visit an outside observation. deck on 86th floor and an inside deck at 102 second floor. The Empire State Building was a symbol of New York City for the theater in many books and movies. It was the tallest building in nearly 40 years, until Twin Giant rose from lower mass. The Twin Tower were a striking addition to the city's skyline. For 30 years, the World Trade Center Tower were the tallest building in the world. In New York, the disaster struck on the morning of September 11, 2001. Hijacker flew two passengers dead into the tower within an hour after the attack. The South Tower began to fall and crumble to the ground. The North Tower soon followed. New Yorker watched the disbelief as the enormous structure was reduced to heap burning rubble. Nearly 3,000 people died as a result of the attack. A new tower rising from ashes, the World Trade Center tragedy was devastating. New Yorker mourned the loss of their neighbor and their landmark. They vowed to rebuild the World Trade Center. Excavating two runs of the old tower took time. Plan for the site took years to develop. There were many construction ideas and strong opinions about what should be built on the site. Finally, the Port Authority unveiled the design for the new World Trade Center complex. One area was set aside as a memorial park for those who had lost their quiet lives that day. The side of the original building are now pools with cascading waterfall. A memorial museum contains items from the old tower. Nearby, a new 104-story tower has been constructed, nicknamed the Freedom Tower. The structure rises an astonishing 1,776 feet, 541 meters. The building has symbolized the year of the United States independence from British rule. At the top is lighted by the invisible for miles. Several other high-rise buildings are being constructed at the site as well. The new memorial and museum had also been built. New York everything skylight will reflect spirit of city that continue adapt to grow.